And also there is the hope of resurrection. Is on the right side, right side of the tomb. It's Joseph of the Old Testament that was sold as a slave by the brothers, and he saved after he saved his family and his people. You know, in the time of carestia, come si dice?
No, famine.
Famine. I'm sorry, carestia doesn't exist. And these are the three children, the three young men in the book of Daniel. So there are two metaphors. Padre Pio, punished by the church, is a man that works with Jesus to save the church. Padre Pio, in spite of the fire, was always in the freshness of the heart of Jesus. And this is the tomb of Padre Pio. The broken side, the pillar represents Jesus Christ that bears the whole weight of the big church, 7,500 people sitting about. And I think that this is everything. Okay, yes. I think we have 15 minutes to talk. I think that we have to find, this at the end of my speech, we have to find the colors of beauty to remind to humanity that God is love and is light, because it's beautiful too. Thank you. You asked me to save a quarter, I did it, so you helped me in creating a debate, if you wish.
So, Father, I know you said that early on, but I missed it. How old are these? When were these done?
The mosaics?
Yes.
Oh, they were finished in 2009.
Okay, so
Very fresh. So there are many people that have already visited San Giovanni Rotondo, but never seen or not yet seen these mosaics.
And how large an area is this in? How many acres did you say?
Oh, the surface of the mosaics is around 2,500 square meters. It's a long path to get the lowest church, and the lowest church is big too.
When was Padre Pio's body entombed there? Because I know there was a period of time when he was encased in glass. So when did that happen?
April 2010. I was there. So the body was, got the words are so particular. Canonic recognition, okay? It's canon. And after the exhumation, he was exposed, for around 15 months to offer to the people from the world to visit the place, to visit Padre Pio, to see the body. And after, it was in April 2010, he was put in the new tomb. I don't remember the day, 15, 20 April.
What type of work are you doing in Africa then? Can you tell us a little bit?
My work? In Africa, I go, 7 years ago, my English was my English. The English that I spoke 7 years ago, because I learned it when I was a child in Italy, just 3 years back. I didn't know French, but they called me in Rome, my superiors, Antonio, we have a problem. May I joke a little, yes? My superiors in Rome, they remember me just when they have problems. When everything is okay. That's why I go to visit friends in Toronto, in Paris, in Houston by now. Because okay, I go. I have other friends. I know for sure that when they have a problem, hey, where are you? I come. So they had a problem in Central African Republic because we have many vocations there down. Not in Europe, not in the United States, not in Canada, not in the rich countries. This is, a phenomenon to study. But in Africa, in poorer countries, we have a lot of vocations. And they didn't have a teacher of canon law. But there down, they speak French. So they asked me to go in Africa. A wise person would have said, I'm sorry, I speak English and some Spanish. I don't know French, but in 3 seconds, because I'm a crazy guy, and I love to be challenged. Not just the American love to be challenged, some Italians do. So in 3 seconds I told, okay, I go to Paris, give me 2 months in Paris, I go to learn some French, I go to teach them, but this is for the emergency. Every year I will have the right to spend a month in Paris. I go to the theater, I go to the cinema, because Paris is a wonderful city. I'm not French, but Paris is a wonderful city. That's it. So I go from 7 years, I came 2 months ago for Easter. I go to Central African Republic to give my classes of canon law in French. Droit canonique, on l'appelle là-bas, to the guys that are going to become priests for Africa.
Could you share a little bit about your order, the origins of it, and for instance, Father Richard Rohr is a Franciscan, is he not? Do you know Father Rohr?
Father?
I think he's a Franciscan.
Who?
Richard Rohr.
Richard Rohr.
Is he American?
Yes.
Yes.
You know, we had around 30,000 in the world. Probably you're right.
But if you could summarize like the origin of the Franciscan
Yes,
order.
okay.
Yes, yeah.
By now, don't be confused, there are 3 branches, at least, of minor friars. The official name of Franciscans is minor friars, because at the time of St. Francis, when he founded the order, the minors, minores in Latin, in the nice, powerful cities of Italy, where, because Europe was growing up at the time, after the 1000 shock, there was not a millennium back around when they turned 1000 year. But not millennium back, but there is a heart back, because they were so afraid, they were waiting for the end of the world. So 1 century ago, Europe realized that the world was there, and they need to work. No, somebody was just waiting for the end of the world. No, we have to work. Well, business as usual. So there was a real great process of to building up these cities and roads and trades and so on. And the minores, the minors, were in these cities the people that were not known in by the books of the CTO, unknown people, no rights, no money, nothing at all. And St. Francis wanted to be called minor with these friars, not to judge rich people, because he was always open-minded, close to rich people, close to poor people. He was poor, but never judging other people. But he wanted to be called minor friars, like the poorest people. So minor friars is our official name. In the centuries, the tree of Franciscanism was divided into 3 branches. But we all have the same rule of St. Francis, and we have the same character. Minor friars, minor Capuchin friars, minor conventual friars. Some differences in the clothes, but the same rule. We cooperate and we are brothers. That's it.
And you all take the vow of poverty, correct?
Sorry?
You all take the vow of poverty, correct?
Poverty, obedience, and chastity. But these vows are not just for the Franciscans. These vows are for every religious order in the church. The color of living these vows is different from Franciscan to Salesians to Benedictines and so on. But the vows are the same for everybody, every religious order in the church. The vows like Jesus, because Jesus was poor, was in chastity, he was single all his life. In the Gospels this is evident, and was obedient to the Father. So the religious life in the Catholic Church, since the 3rd century, at least, is the vocation to imitate the life of Jesus Christ. With a different life according to the different charisms, because Saint Benedict is a particular life, Saint Francis another one, Saint Augustine another one. It's the richness of the church. In a garden, if you have just a type of flower, maybe it's boring. If you have different kinds, this is harmony, beauty. Differences are beauty.
Maybe for the people, is there any difference between the Capuchins and the Franciscans? Because you also hear the word Capuchin.
We all are Franciscans. So minor friars is the official name of the Franciscans. So I said, minor friars, minor conventual friars, minor Capuchin friars. But you can see Franciscan, Capuchin, and Franciscan conventuals, all Franciscans. That's it. The rule is the ancient rule of St. Francis. There are different organizations, but we cooperate. But the rule is the same rule, the ancient rule of St. Francis. Regula Sancti Francisci. Man.
So what is the difference? Why do you have 3 orders?
Oh, you know, if you ask to somebody why you have the third wife or the third husband, it's embarrassing for him. No, I tell you. No, but in the past there were more than 15 different orders. You know, the question has already been the question of poverty. So, 2 points of view. We have to stay faithful to the ancient life of St. Francis. Okay, extreme poverty. No shoes, no jet, no Houston. If you can get a jet, you can. It's difficult to come walking by Italy. Although my family name is Belpiede, that means like a Native American name, but it's a beautiful foot. So, I forgot. Okay, ciao. And for the other side, there were friars that told, please, Francis is Francis, and this charism is the charism of a founder, but a personal charism too. We cannot share his personal charism, and we have to upgrade our life at our times. So probably we need shoes, we need books, and so on. That's about this debate. There were in some times violent oppositions and divisions. But by now, I told you, by now it's so easy that a Catholic, Roman Catholic can marry a Protestant. The relationship between the Franciscans, among the Franciscans, are already better. Very, very nice relationships. Okay?
And about Padre Pio, I mean, you know, what you say, I mean, you know, the difference perhaps, you know, where he used to pray and confess people, I mean, and talked a little bit about the complex, you know, I mean, this is the new basilica, this is the crypt.
Okay. Padre Pio was a child in Naples, the region of Naples in southern Italy, son of simple people, peasants.